Philadelphia Eagles have made Jalen Hurts the highest paid player in NFL history with a sum of $255 million, 178 of which is guaranteed. Now, when I first say that, you're probably thinking, damn, those cap hits are probably crazy. And that's what I was thinking too. But Howie Roseman, Howie is Howie. Howie Potter does it again. So we're going to talk about these cap hits and how amazing this contract really is. So let's talk about it.
You want Philly?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
What's going on, you guys? It's your boy Joe Castro, aka Philly Fresco, and it is Philly the podcast. So today I want to talk about the Jalen Hurts extension, the new contract that boy got. He got a bag, all right? But Howie Roseman made sure he looked out for the Eagles as well. Now, before we get into that, be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe, join the family. We are on the road to 10K. Would love for you guys to join that ride. Also, I will be out at the NFL draft. I will be covering the NFL draft. So if you guys want to donate in any way, I will leave a link in the chat if you would like to do that. Now let's get into this news, man. Last night I went, well, not last night, during the day when it actually got announced, I went live and I was ecstatic. I am still very, very happy that the Eagles were able to pull this off, get it done with. Per agent Nicole Lynn, she said it took about 2 months. Everything was intense but amicable. That's what you expected. I said this early in the offseason that this wasn't going to be a, hey, we want you, oh, we want to be back, all right, cool, sign here and we're good. This was going to be a back and forth, and it proved to be that. Now, both teams, both sides, you know, Nicole Lynn's side and Howie Roseman and the Eagles side, they both got, I feel, what they want. I think that Jalen Hurts and his team got the security that they want. Obviously, a 5-year deal, 5-year extension, excuse me, so he's here for 6 more years. Also getting a lump sum of guaranteed money, and you throw in that no trade clause. So he feels protected. Jalen Hurts feels like he doesn't have to worry about his immediate future. He still gets to be a free agent before he turns 30. So there's still an opportunity to go ahead and grab another bag right before he turns 30. Obviously, that's kind of the magic number where, you know, the contracts start to dip depending on who you are. Now, for the Eagles, I want to talk about the negatives a little bit because there are a little bit of negatives, all right? We're going to talk about how the first 5 years of that extension, those cap hit numbers are almost inconceivable. They're damn near not there, right? It's very, very low. I think the highest until 2027 is $31 million as the cap hit. That's amazing, right? But the no trade clause obviously puts you, it handcuffs you. I feel very confident with Jalen Hurts as our quarterback of the future, but if anything is to happen, now I don't know every detail of the contract. There may be some stipulations as far as injuries go or production, something like that. But if something is to happen, you are still stuck with Jalen. I don't want to say stuck, but you still have to run it out with Jalen Hurts. We're not going to be able to do what we did with Carson Wentz if everything fails. So I don't think that's going to happen, but that's something to keep in mind, right? Also, I did say up until 2027, right? So the extension goes till 2028. And 2027 and 2028, you have, I think, north of $80 million as your cap hit. It's a lot of money. $80 million is a lot of money. But the way that it's structured, I believe, and I don't know, you know, this could be totally wrong. Maybe the Eagles by that time feel like $88 million as a cap hit is a deal. But I truly believe that by 2026, maybe the offseason of 2026, we're going to extend Jalen Hurts. I think that's what this contract was done with in mind, that we don't expect to get to those big cap hits. He's still going to get most of his guaranteed money, if not all of it. Well, most likely all of it, right? But I mean, some of it is going to be on those later years and will have to be kicked back. But I mean, those are negatives. Those are things that you have to look at and say in 2027, we have to make sure that we're not eating that $88 million of cap. Now, let's talk about the positives because there's a whole bevy of those. There's a lot of positives. Obviously, you lock in your young quarterback, your young franchise quarterback. Jalen Hurts isn't going anywhere. He feels comfortable. He feels good. What else does this do outside of the Eagles? This shows players. I mean, look, you saw Budda Baker saying congratulations to him. You saw Trayvon Diggs from the Cowboys saying congratulations to him. This shows other players from other teams that the Eagles are not afraid to pay their players. The Eagles are not afraid to lock their players up. It might take a little bit of negotiating. It might take a little bit of a, give and take, which I said earlier yesterday. But we will get it done. We will try to get it done. And Jalen Hurts getting signed honestly this quick. I thought it was going to take a lot longer. Getting signed this quick shows to me, and that no trade clause shows to me that Howie Roseman was serious about this contract negotiations, wanted to get it done. Also, what does this do? Obviously the cap space, right? I was a little bit worried, guys. I'm going to be 100% honest. I was a little bit worried about what was going to happen when Devontae Smith's contract came up. What were we going to be able to do? Were we going to be able to re-sign a Devontae Smith when his time came? Now with this cap hit, you have way more flexibility. You're able to do stuff like that. We also restructured Jordan Mailata. Didn't see how much we saved on that, but either way, you are able to now stretch your arms a little bit. Stretch your arms a little bit in free agency, right? Don't get me wrong. He's not playing for free. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that he's coming here and he's giving us money to play. That's not what's happening. But when your cap hit is that low, like realistically, let's look at some of the other cap hits in the NFL and let's look at Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is damn near half of what most of these other starting quarterbacks are. He still gets to say he's the highest paid player in NFL history until, probably Joe Burrows or Lamar Jackson or one of those guys goes ahead and takes that title. But he has that opportunity to say, I am the highest paid guy. And at the same time, I did a deal that's going to be able to make sure my team is going to compete for the next 5-6 years. So I love this deal. There's really not anything I look at this deal and say, oh, well, yeah, maybe this. Like I said, the 2027 and 2028 cap hits are a little bit off-putting. Don't get me wrong. But again, I do not see Jalen Hurts actually making it that far. He will make it that far, but I don't think we'll just keep him on that contract. I do believe he'll get re-signed. So there's nothing I can look at this contract and say, oh, what the heck just happened? Now let's talk about the exact cap hits, okay? Just so you guys can have the numbers in your head. Adam Schefter put this out yesterday, so I'll put it up on the screen as well. So for this year, it's 6.15. Now I believe that goes up because last that I checked, he was around $4 million. So I believe he got a little bit of a pay raise this year, going up to 6.15. Next year, when his contract starts, 2024 is the year that his new contract starts, right? He's getting 13.56 on the cap. Now this could change because I know that there's multiple options in his contract. So I'm not sure how that would affect the cap hit, but I know that there's multiple options, and I'm probably gonna have to get either Brad back on, or maybe Sam. I'm gonna have to get somebody on here to talk to me about this cap hit and about this contract because I feel like it's so deep. I feel like there's so many levels to this. But either way, so 2024, the start of his contract, it goes to 13.56. The next year, it jumps up to 21.77. Like, come on, man. And then the highest, like I said, until you get to the 27 and 28 years is 31.77 in 2026. So you have a solid 5 years to be able to figure out what you want to do with this team. And now defensively, if I'm the Eagles, I'm trying to strap up on the defense. I'm trying to get some young players on this defense. So now that you have this money, you can lock your guys up and you can have a very good team. So I'm excited. There's nothing I can look at this and be negative about. And if you're negative about this, if you say he got paid too much or, oh, the dead cap, we're going to push it back, I don't care about none of that, okay? Restructuring is a beautiful thing. And when it's done right, it is an even beautifuler thing. So shout out to Howie Roseman. Shout out to Nicole Lynn. Shout out to Jalen Hurts. This is an amazing contract. Like I said, this is probably going to be a contract I'm going to be looking at for probably a week or so. I'm probably going to be talking to some people, trying to get more information on how these options work and all that. But you guys let me know what you're thinking in the comments. How do you feel about this contract, especially the cap hits? What are we getting Howie Roseman for Christmas? That's really what it comes down to right now. But other than that, y'all know what it is, man. It is Fly Eagles Fly, and we are out here. We love you, Howie. We love you. Peace!
Yeah, fly was flying on the team. Touchdown, time to get Jalen this ring. You don't really want to start a thing. This a bird game nation, baby. It's a Philly